The God of High School Episode 1, Setup, Stand-Up. What is going on, party people? It is I, Fumincho, and today it is time for my reaction/review for God of High School Episode 1. I've been looking forward to this series for quite some time, and it has been a very long time since my last anime reaction, so what better time than now, right? So we're just gonna jump right into this episode. Gonna cut it together, cut up a little reaction, probably like 2-3 minute long reaction, and then we're gonna talk about the episode. Then we're gonna discuss this episode. Again, very much looking forward to it. I read a bit of the first chapter. I've heard all this hype going everywhere, so I wanted just to read a little bit, get a taste of the art style when the series was like initially announced. Or I think when the first PV came out, like back in March. I don't even remember. Time doesn't exist anymore. So I have been a little exposed to some of the beginnings of this story, but I got a feeling that this anime might kind of move things around a bit, so we shall find out. Let's just jump right into this episode. Yeah, these guys are nasty. What's going on? It's a hand, right? If I recall correctly, it's like this giant hand. Really good animation. This is looking fantastic. Cool direction. That's so sick, man. I love that. That's so sick. That's pretty sick. Let's get a load of this opening here. I mean, it's kind of just like a bop, right? It's kind of just a really good song. Really good choreography there, huh? Oh, who's this guy? That's sick. So many cool looking characters. Yeah, Mappa's just bringing out all the stops. Oh my god, yeah, this animation is unreal. Yeah, this is already a little different than the manga, I should say. So Gramps was like his hero, huh? Yeah, this is insane. Mappa is pulling out all the stops right now. School Rumble vibes. So it's like, I'm curious what, it's straight up like King of the Iron Fist tournament. It's got that sort of Banana Fish feel, right? The way the characters move. And the color, too. The color palette. Oh my god. We're doing it. That's thumbnail. That's a good shot. Just creating this stupid story in his head. That's... This is insane! Yo, Mappa! Holy shit! Oh my god, man. This is insane. Fooly Cooly vibes, right? So she's like a kendo master or something? Lady in the background. Yo! That's pretty great. My goodness, Mappa. The 3D cars, too, look so good. That's really good CG. Moonlight sword style. Let's go. Let's go. This guy. Here comes Sasuke. They're all gonna be friends, aren't they? That was fantastic. Yo, this 16-bit. Okay, yeah, I'm digging this a lot. And a straight up Cowboy Bebop reference. Yeah, I'm digging this. Just recording a live reaction. Nice. Man, this looks so good. This is our announcer. I like him. He's starving, I forgot. And who are these guys? These guys look sick. The Crunchyroll and Webtoon. Wow, that's... yeah. That's okay. They've earned it. Hunter exam vibes, right? This looks so good! The choreography. The fluidity of the movements. This guy, oh. Yo. Some judo moves. This looks so sick. Get out of here, man. Mappa. Let's see what this guy can do. Yeah, this is so sick, man. We're just fighting, man. Just getting right into it. So yeah, that does happen in the first chapter. Soul Reformatory? Oh, here come the antagonists. Oh, he's nasty. Oh my god. Is that allowed? Caught it with his foot, man. Oh, he's nasty. Yeah, someone beat the shit out of this guy. He has weighted clothes, Goku style. Yeah, this is hype. Oh man, that was mean. That was mean. Wow. So there's a few things that I really liked, and then there's a few things I really loved about this first episode. First things first, Mappa, what the hell is going on? I feel like I have reviewed Mappa series and talked about Mappa series so much, and every single time, there's just such high praise. There's always just such high praise in regards to the animation. My goodness, man. The stuff that they were doing on the bike, the way the street was moving beneath them, the way the cars were coming, how the POV would go under vehicles, above vehicles. That shit is insane. That stuff's out of control. I love it so much. That's like, just nom 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 nom. Give me more of that, please. Give me more of that stuff. And then when we actually hit the arena itself, my god, the choreography. I'm seeing like, excuse me, I'm seeing so many different instances of great animation. Again, I'm seeing great choreography. I'm seeing great like CG work, really good background movements. I'm seeing really good character animation, really good like faces, great color, a lot of color. It's bright, it's vibrant. It speaks to me. I love the main character, Mori. I mean, obviously we don't have like a lot of connection to him right off the bat. Interesting that they sort of skipped this stuff, because I remember the part of the first chapter that I did read that I remember distinctly is the sort of interview he has with the blonde guy that was up in the skybox or whatever. He has like an interview with him and like talks to him, and before he like needed convincing to even fight in this tournament at all. He was not even interested in it, and the blonde guy got him in basically, which I'm guessing now has something to do with his grandpa. Maybe his grandpa was in the tournament as well, or maybe he's just ridiculously good at fighting, so they're assuming Mori is. Maybe there's some weird backstory there. But yeah, interesting that we kind of skipped that. I'm kind of glad we did, actually, because I'm not gonna lie, that sort of, I don't want to say turn me off the first chapter, because like I did enjoy the first chapter, but it definitely like, it's a slow start. It's like, okay, so we have this cool intro, this dude slaps his hand down on an island, that's wild, high concept stuff, right? Is that God? I don't know, what's going on? That stuff starts raising questions, and then we just jump into a lot of sort of expositionary kind of just dialogue. Oh, there's this tournament, we want you to fight in it. This and that and this and that, and like I kind of dig how it's just like, no, we're moving forward. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic here, getting too excited. We're moving forward. I like the story sort of just breezing on by, always going in a singular direction. However, I would like to see some of that backstory. I would like to see some of that stuff. I think they obviously have plans for that. I think there's like 3 things that this first episode did incredibly well. Number 1, as I mentioned, we're moving forward. This shit is fast. Everything's happening so fast, but I don't feel like nothing is being rushed, you know? I feel like that this is appropriate timing for these actions, for these characters. They introduce so many concepts and so many characters that it just kind of works. It's going to be akin to a tournament arc of a shonen series. Like, that's kind of the whole point of this series, right? Is that it is a tournament arc. And it's sort of working on all of those fronts. Like, what does a tournament arc need to do? Introduce us to characters, and obviously have some sort of backstory and weird stuff going on as well. So the episode begins, we have this weirdo that slaps his hand on an island. Again, super high concept. What kind of powers are those? That's magic? What is going on? Like, I didn't know that that was going to be a relevant topic in this series. Like, I didn't know that that was going to be a thing. So that's a big deal. So now we have a reason for this tournament. Yeah, it's fun, it's bright, and, you know, everyone's kicking ass, great choreography, that stuff's fantastic, but there's something else going on. There's something dark going on. King of the Iron Fist stuff going on. Some tuning exams, Orochimaru in the background stuff going on. Like, that is exciting, and that's necessary for a tournament arc. I think a lot of shonen series sort of screw up the tournament arc because it's simply just a tournament, and there's no stakes. And that's not super exciting. That's not super fun. When you have, like, other stuff brewing in the background, backdoor shady deals being made, evil figureheads in the skybox, that starts making me excited. That's like, okay, so this series is going places. Eventually, we're gonna see that dude that slaps his hand down, and maybe he's the main antagonist. I don't really know. That is exciting. That's fun. Number 2, what the series got right is having really a lovable cast, a very just good-looking characters, really just good-looking, recognizable characters, I should say. Everyone looks very simplistic, and to me, that is extremely important in shonen, is simplicity in character design. You can't have these characters that just look so wild and sort of high concept. You have to have characters that are sort of grounded in their own reality, and Mori, Han, and Mira, what's her name? Those characters, I can grasp my reality around them. You know, they look like characters that have existed for years, and that's sort of what's most important. The main character, Mori, especially, his hair, getting some Tai Chi vibes from Digimon. He's got some weird goggle things going on. I dig it. I dig it quite a bit. And obviously that goes to the mangaka, or do you call it a mangaka in Korea? Like, is that, I'm not sure. I think the term was manhwa? I'm not sure. But the creator of this story did a really good job in establishing the look and design of these characters, and their personalities as well. They were immediately sort of thrown in. Like, we have Mori, he's a goofball, but he's super, super tough, and he has a strong sense of justice, I guess. And, like, that's important for a main character. That's shown to us right off the bat with the purse snatcher, with him screwing around on the bike, falling off, literally going over the pass or whatever. Like, that stuff is super funny. And that's what the character is about. Then we have Mira, who's like in love with muscles or whatever. That's just a funny quirk of her character, but she's super, super strong and sort of has a similar sense of justice, but maybe is a little bit more spunky and kind of angry about it. And I think that's kind of fun, and I think that's a different sort of take on Mori as a character. And then we have Han, and again, this is just stuff at face value. Obviously, these characters have more to them, but then we have Han, who is a bit more serious. Maybe a tad bit mysterious. There's something going on with him. I'm sure there's some weird backstory with him as well. And it looks like he's super powerful as well. Everyone seems super, super strong. And I'm glad, this is number 3 on why this episode succeeded, is you introduce this weirdo villain character. I can't even remember, Kang, I believe was his name. This dude, he looks wild. He's from prison. He has an HP handicap on him, which is super, super cool. He comes in and just starts wrecking house. Just starts tearing it up, and I love that. I love that you have to kind of introduce that to, basically you have all these super cool characters in Han and Mori and everyone just like going to the top, and then immediately you have Kang knocking him back down. Hey, by the way, this shit's gonna be hard. Like, this isn't gonna be you guys just breezing through this tournament. We got big boys here, and that's exciting, that's fun, and it's necessary in a tournament arc. You gotta have those rivals, you gotta have those sort of big villain moments, those moments when you have these characters clashing off. Now, there's a couple of concerns, and I don't want to call them concerns, but more so like, what's going to happen? Is this entire series going to be this tournament? I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I have to admit, it would be hard to pull off. It would be hard to pull off just the entire show being a tournament. Maybe we jump like a year later and it's the next year's tournament or something like that, or maybe shit again gets super crazy with the high concept stuff with Weirdo dropping his hand on islands. Maybe that gets involved and the whole thing crumbles down or something. Like, again, this is me just predicting, and you know, it doesn't really matter, but I think it is difficult to have an entire series just be a tournament arc. That's hard. That's hard for a series to pull off. I mean, like, the Dark Tournament arc in Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty long, is super long, and it kind of starts wearing out its welcome. I'm not gonna lie, like, there's points in that where it's like, oh, okay, let's get to the next fight. Let's move forward. You know, I want to see Toguro fight Yusuke Urameshi. Like, that's what I'm here for. And they haven't. I don't think there's like that level of antagonist here. Again, this whole show is basically a tournament arc, but I hope that there's sort of more to it. I hope that there is sort of a hook to it all. And the other concern is, this is, again, just sort of a personal thing, because I've been sort of beat over the head with it with a previous Mappa series and Banana Fish. Banana Fish hurt me because it was really, really good. The source material was really, really good. Excuse me if you hear dogs barking out there. The source material was really, really good. But the manga really just jumped around that source material. It ended way too early. There was so much more stuff that they needed to expand upon. And then we have the beginning of this episode where they skip past sort of the interview he has with Blondie before entering the tournament. And like, yeah, again, as I mentioned, I credited them for that. I thought that was great direction. It's good to, have the story more moving forward, but I don't want to skip past a bunch of stuff. I don't want to just like, hey, let's cut that out. Let's cut this out. Let's cut that out. What's next? What's going to happen next? And that tends to make a lot of the OG fans really upset as well. I think they did similar stuff with the Tower of God or whatever. There was a lot of skipping around and adapting little snippets here and there and not adapting the full story, and it had a lot of people disappointed. And I hope that that's something that doesn't happen with this series. I hope that's not a trend with Mappa. I know Mappa didn't do Tower of God, but with Banana Fish and things like that, they did sort of skip around a little bit. Same with Beastars as well. Beastars sort of skipped around a little bit too, to like get to the good stuff really, really fast. And again, that's fine, but then it starts getting noticeable. It starts getting like, why are we doing this now? Like, this seems a little rushed here. I hope that's honestly my biggest concern, my biggest worry with this series. But all in all, an incredible first episode. I really, really loved this first episode. Bright, vibrant, fun, feels like old school shonen. It reminds me of the, not the Hunter exam, the Heaven's Arena arc in Hunter x Hunter. We got the old man right here. It reminds me of the Heaven's Arena arc, just sort of having these super strong guys just fighting all these scrubs, kicking ass, and then eventually, oh, who are these guys? What's going on? We're not winning so easily now with the weird top dude and, of course, Hisoka later on. Again, all in all, a fantastic episode. Make sure to comment down below and give me your thoughts on the first episode of God of High School. What did you think of it? Is it bright and vibrant? Do you love it as much as I do? Or do you think they skipped around a little bit and maybe they got some explaining to do, things like that? I'd love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today, and subscribe if you want. You can do it. If you want to see more videos like this, I'm going to be covering this series, probably going to be covering ReZero Season 2 as well. Not 100% confirmed, but might end up happening. Just saying. Subscribe if you're interested in more anime content, as well as gaming. I'm also a streamer. You can go into the description below, find links to all the socials, as well as my Twitch channel, where I'll be streaming games quite regularly there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.